Welcome all to episode 300 of the Xbox Expansion Pass, recorded on Sunday, November 30th, 2025. I'm your host, Luke Lohr, the Insipid Ghost, joined by my co-host, the Intrepid Captain Logun. Today, we'll be discussing a number of things, including an Xbox News roundup of games that are releasing into Game Pass, as well as this week, we'll be looking back on some of the pricing rumors, changes, possible shifting in the industry for more Xbox console price hikes. And of course, we'll be looking at some of our favorite memories throughout 300 episodes. Logan, we like to start the show by offering words of kindness to those who have made our gaming weeks better. But first, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. Had a really nice Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and then I went to sleep Friday, and I did the thing that a lot of people in their 40s do when they wake up and they realize that they did something, and now part of their body hurts, and they don't know why or how it's going to get fixed, but you just kind of hope that it gets better. So I've been spending Saturday and Sunday doing chores and working on hanging up all my paintings and portraits and artwork and stuff.
That's awesome. You are sitting lower than before, or you're more zoomed out.
I'm probably more zoomed out.
Ah, okay. You're just smaller than I previously remember you being on screen.
Yeah.
No worries.
The camera's like, I probably need to get like a new camera, but at this point I'm like, I use it for like, this is for me and you. This is, no one else sees this.
Right.
No one else has to worry about this.
Definitely not.
This is just me and you right now. So like you and I we'll talk behind the scenes. If I gotta work something out, I gotta work something. I might change the angle to go more like right here. I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I haven't even considered it, but no one else is watching this, so it's okay.
How could it possibly be? Actually, I'm going to fight you back on this one because we've got an incredible group of people that showed up on our off day. This isn't our traditional recording day, and yet I see the amazing A-Chick in chat, X-Bacon Gaming in the house, Hometown Hero is here, the Nerd Chat is here, our friend, Mr. Clutch Kwando is here, as well as the lovely Nissa Hauer, also in the house. So good to see you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, man. Guys, 300 episodes. How cool is that? How cool is that? So I just want to thank you, Logan, for joining up on the show. I'll thank everybody that's been watching, whether you've been here since day one or it's your first episode. We appreciate you. If you've been a patron or a channel member, we appreciate you. In general, 300 episodes of critiquing, celebrating, articulating, and inferring on Xbox and what's going on in the gaming industry surrounding it. It's been pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
It has. It's been amazing to kind of see where the podcast has gone. Originally started out just doing audio and then started to implement like some video and stuff to it. And then we did some reviews and all kinds of good stuff, just doing like actual interviews with devs and stuff like that. And then we had some really awesome people kind of help us with some of the graphics and stuff that we're doing. And it's just nice. Never did I think that we would get to a point where the community would be helping fund a lot of the travel and expenses that come with the podcast and being able to do stuff like SGF.
Sincerely, absolutely, man. We are so fortunate and grateful. It's just cool to be able to celebrate that. And 300 episodes is a lot. That's not counting the interviews. That's not counting some of the reviews that we've done, the work we've done on previews and all of that stuff. So we are grateful and fortunate to see all these great people, especially showing up on our off day. Because we couldn't record yesterday because of travel and stuff. It's so good to see people being here, supporting us, and enjoying, I guess you would say, the ecosystem that is Xbox now. Because, I mean, shoot, over 300 episodes, we've seen Xbox change a lot. Like a lot. So it's definitely, I think, been a fun journey so far. We've had great opportunities. We've met, Phil and Sarah and Jason and good to say hello to Aaron Greenberg, Stein. Yeah, it's like we've had some great opportunities. Dude, to meet the Iron Lords and hang out with them. Oh gosh, like it's neat to see just where the show is taking us. Who? I don't know that man.
Dad.
Oh, Papa Bear. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, no, man. It's just it's really cool, and I think we should both reflect on some of our favorite like memories from the show. Just in general, like you said, you're just flipping all around there with different settings in your camera.
I'm sorry. I know.
You can't stop messing with it, can you? You're just
you started it. Now I'm sitting here looking at the camera like, why isn't it doing what I want it to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, I will tell you that some of my favorite memories have involved meeting people that have been supportive of us. It's really awesome to get to meet Phil Spencer or Sarah Bond or Jason Ronald and stuff, but to get to go to SGF, to get to see the Iron Lords in person, to see Ains in person, to meet you in person for the first time, to be at SGF and see Joe in person and call him ugly. Like, those are the coolest things, you know, like seeing Anubis in person was neat. I was just walking along and he was like, Luke. And I was like, hello. To be in the room when the Gears trailer dropped. Like, those are the coolest things. So I've had some great moments because of that. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. Yeah. It's an experience that you hope to have in your lifetime. I got to have that when I would go to like BlizzCons and get to meet up with, like, you know, people that I've been playing Heroes of the Storm with and meet devs from the community and stuff. And it's really awesome to kind of have those experiences. But, you know, there's something about doing something for a certain number of episodes, you know, like 100 episodes, you feel like you kind of finally broke through and you've committed to doing this. 200 is amazing because you feel like, you know, you've really kind of stuck with it over the years. 300 is absolutely amazing. Like, how many podcasts really stick around to do 300 episodes, let alone garner an amazing community to help support you during that time as well too. And to take chances with changing things up, being more open to doing something, you know, like, I know the Nerd Chat is a great podcast, a lot of great guys, and much like them and many others are looking to try and bring gaming as a more holistic approach to podcasting. And it's in a time that, you know, you've been doing Xbox Expansion Pass. I was doing the Xbox wrap up and got just too overwhelmed with doing 2 solo podcasts. And it wasn't, if it wasn't for you kind of picking me up and saying like, hey, you know, I would like to have someone to help shoulder the burden of running a show. You know, I wouldn't have been able to keep up with the wrap up and ended up shutting that down as a result. So it's nice to have a place where we can kind of hang out and talk about Xbox, talk about gaming in general. And to be doing it now for you for 300 episodes, not including all the extra stuff, but for me, at least the last few years, it's been great to kind of just have this outlet and have this opportunity to get opinions from other people and have things brought to our attention from other people, but also just have like a group. Like, we have a Discord DM group that I wouldn't be a part of if not for you and this show. So I am thankful just to have like a cool group of people that I chat with who also do podcasting.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Oh, wow. Big thank you to Freight Conductor dropping in with a $50 super chat saying happy 300, guys. Thank you, Freight Conductor.
Thank you so much. There's not a sneaky way to buy me Crocs.
Crocs, you say, Logan?
No.
Did you mention Crocs?
No, I didn't. No.
Did you mention the Crocs? I think you mentioned these bad boys right here. Freight Conductor, in your honor, clutch in your honor. Because you two got me wearing Crocs, crazy people.
Oh my god!
I filmed the video, the unboxing video, just a few minutes ago. I haven't edited it just yet, but I did film the unboxing video. Xbox sent us a pair of Crocs, and then they sent me these 2 bad boys right here. Little Xbox controllers. They're real. They work, but they're little Xbox like Croc case thingies.
Wow.
Yep. Again, I'm looking for that video tonight or tomorrow on XEP, but that's in honor of the people that got us to SGF. Because when I saw the thing where they were like, hey, we'll send you a pair, I said no. And then I was like, wait, my community put me in Crocs to get me to SGF. I'm doing this. So yes, community Crocs season 2 XEP edition is coming. I had something else I wanted to show you. They also sent the gibbets for it. Doom is in there. Sea of Thieves is in there. Fallout is in there. Halo is in there. And I don't know what this one is. I think that's
murky. That's a World of Warcraft reference.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, they sent these bad boys. So I'm the proud owner of Xbox Crocs. Thanks to Xbox and Crocs for sending those and the controllers as well. Logan, I'll see if I can get one of these in the mail to you this week, bud.
I don't know. You don't have.
Feel like you deserve it. Like you don't want it. It's beautiful. It's green. You can't say no. You can't say no.
As long as it's not the actual Crocs, and I don't have to wear them. I'll use it. I'll happily.
They're annoyingly comfortable. They are annoyingly comfortable.
And I hate that they. Why are we getting on this? Like it was in this. God, I hate that they got me with the freaking gibbets, whatever they're called. It's so dumb that they put Sea of Thieves and Warcraft on there. It's like they know.
They know. They said, "What can we do to Logan? He's at 300 episodes of XEP. We're gonna get him in these." So
it's so ridiculous. I don't want them, but damn them for putting gibbets on there that I actually care. IP that I care. And Doom's on there, and Halo's on there. You're on there. It's crazy.
Yep.
I don't even know how they managed.
Gentle Stone saying, coolest kid in school tomorrow, Luke. Yeah, I might be, I can only imagine if my boss saw me wearing those. Oh, goodness. In another 300 episodes, everything Logan wears will be made by Crocs.
No.
If we make it that far, heck yeah, man. Because XEP started in 2019.
Yeah.
2019. And it was a solo show for like 100 episodes. It was just me talking. And I would bring on people for interviews and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's pretty wild. Wild now. Now you're going to be Croc sponsored.
No.
Lots of people in there calling them the X Crocs. That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Web Dave in the house. Web Dave, look at me, proud owner. Look at that. Look at that.
Did they actually like okay? Do the buttons click? Does the joystick move? Like how far did they actually go?
The buttons don't click, but they are tactile, so you can touch them, and they're pretty nice actually. It's not cheap. Let's put it that way. These are not cheap.
Oh God.
I know it's Logan. Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like
and subscribe, everyone.
Posters.
I'm gonna go back and just give Freight Conductor one more thank you for the $50 super chat. Thank you for supporting the show, my friend.
Very
we appreciate it. Thank you. That's gonna help us with some of the. We have some of the, like the yearly podcast expenses are coming up, Logan. So Freight Conductor helped us out quite a bit just now, which is cool. But yeah, man, typically we start with words of kindness. This has been just us saying kind words to people and being supportive. I see Jeremy Rogers in the house saying hello as well. Good to see you. It's just cool. I don't know, man. 300 episodes. I'm kind of just awestruck and taken aback by how neat it is to get to celebrate this with everybody. So it's cool. It's cool.
It is great.
I don't know where Xbox will be in 300 episodes from here. Somebody was asking that, like, where would Xbox be in another 300 episodes? I have no idea.
We're going to be streaming directly to the Xbox handhelds.
You're probably right. Over the weekend, we were visiting my in-laws, Logan, and I double dipped and purchased Arc Raiders for my Steam Deck. Just so I could keep playing, because like I'm no life in that game right now. It hooked me. It did one of those things that sometimes a game does where it just gets it hooked in you.
Yeah.
And it was flawless. I was playing with my boys, jumping in, going to Speranza, jumping in and getting sweet loots, and medium settings, looked great, played great. Remind me once again how much I love the Steam Deck in general, but also like, if handheld, this is the direction of handhelds, and I can just pick up and go because it's cross progression, cross save, cross everything. Sweet.
Yeah. Can we detour real quick to about the handheld discussion real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely.
I got an anecdote, and I think it kind of ties in right now because we're recording on Sunday.
Wait, is that King David? That's King.
Is that King?
That's King. We just talked about Iron Lords and meeting everybody in SGF. That's him. Xbox Frontline. Yeah.
King.
There you go.
You probably heard about the Crocs and decided to come in here.
Oh, King. Yes, King. Just so you know, my friend. They sent me the Crocs.
He'll appreciate those. I won't appreciate those, but
I'm gonna send King the link when I put my unboxing out. That's what I'm gonna do. So good to see you here, man. So good to see you. They got Web Dave here, Dave Reezy. Oh my gosh, all our people are showing up, man. This is awesome. This is
Cream of the
awesome.
crop dropping in to say hi. Appreciate it.
You guys are making us feel special. This is a good day. This is a good day. So,
I feel
hey, look
special.
at him dropping a $5 super chat. Thank you, King
Aw,
David from
buddy.
the Xbox Frontline, the king of Crocs, the wearer of Crocs. I don't know. I can't do what Cog does. He
The
just nails those
master of
intros.
statues.
That's there you go. The king of statues.
Hold the line, boys. Hold the line.
Yeah, he's oh man, King's one of the best people around. I kid you not. So
yeah, definitely.
You wanted to say,
you wanted to say about the handheld. So we're talking handhelds, right? And I gotta say, anecdotally, like my girlfriend A Chick and I, we did Thanksgiving together, and all Thursday we basically sat around and played Sea of Thieves. And I had my Logitech G Cloud, which is like my main streaming thing when I'm out and about, because I get access to each of the different consoles, but it's always streaming, right? Nothing as far as local play. And it was good. I mean, I'm still like playing with a controller, which is tougher than mouse and keyboard, but it was good. And the controller, it's light, it feels good. It's got a great battery life. And Thursday we went out for Black Friday shopping, just to go like window shopping. And of course you're walking around, you see a good deal, you're going to want to check it out. Well, we went to Best Buy, and Best Buy was packed. Everybody they had so many TVs. Like every time the TV, like little pallets got a little bit low, some dude came out with another 40 PC or TVs and just stacked them all up. We were looking at monitors, all kinds of stuff. And we went over to the Xbox section, and they have an Xbox Ally X hanging out as a demo that you can kind of hold. Like they have some of the other handhelds and stuff that you guys can kind of like, get your hands on and stuff like that. But I finally got to hold the new ROG Ally X, Xbox Ally, right? And I gotta say, the controller, the way that they've got the feel for the controller handles compared to like every single other handheld is so much nicer.
Really?
That I hate how much I like it, because there's a sale going on right now. If you want to get the entry level, which is normally $600, right now they got it on sale for $500, which was the cost of the Xbox Series X when it first came out, right? Yeah. And A Chick and I, she says already in chat, it was so nice. We got to hold it, and it was like, yeah, that actually feels like a regular controller. Like the way the grips are, the way the triggers feel, the joysticks, it actually felt really, really good. Almost to the point where I was like, it's more compelling at the $500 price point. Cause I did some research today. I was like looking at it, and I was like, $500. That's pretty good. How much is a Steam Deck right now? Like if I wanted to go for a Steam Deck, well, if you want to get the baseline, like the LED version, slowest of the slow, you can get one for like $320. Pretty good deal. If you want to bump up to the OLED, like the baseline OLED model, it's $550 right now.
I'll swear by it. I will tell you, I will swear by that Steam Deck. I love it.
I mean, that's the thing. Like right now, like I bought Arc Raiders on Xbox, and the justification for it was play anywhere. Yeah. I have my PC. I do Steam and Xbox on my PC. I've got my Xbox upstairs that I can play off of that, but I've also got my Logitech G Cloud, which allows me to stream any of my Xbox or PC stuff, depending on if my PC's on. Well, most of the time I don't keep my PC on if I'm leaving, because that's a lot of power to just leave idle for me to pop in once in a while to get access to Steam games. But Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox G Cloud or X Cloud is very nice. So I've been playing Arc Raiders and Sea of Thieves like on my G Cloud, but the handheld, the Xbox Ally handheld, feels solid, and it feels exactly like what you want out of a controller. And if they keep making that and just figure out the cost aspect of it, I think a lot of other companies are going to have to start like actually putting that in there, because I don't think that there's a wrong way to go when you have something like the PS Portal, which feels like a PlayStation controller, or the Xbox Ally or the Ally X, where it feels like an Xbox controller at this point. It's just that's how you should be making these handhelds. Make them as comfortable and as traditional to what your normal main experience with a controller is. Make it feel like that, because man, that was good. It felt really good.
You've touched on a number of things. Both, first of all, I want to point out that both you and I were using portable devices to play AAA games over the weekend, successfully, I might add. Right, like I was full in on Arc Raiders. I had my progress because it was cross progression, so I had my Xbox copy where I have almost like 200 hours in that game, and which is a lot, right? I really have just no life to this game, but I just jumped in to my cloud save thanks to the Steam Deck. Had I had an Xbox Ally, then I could have not even bought a second copy because it's a play anywhere, and it would have just been there and worked. You were able to do this with your G Cloud with Sea of Thieves and have a good time. And then to hear that you went hands-on with the Xbox Ally X, one, I'm envious because I've never gotten a chance to hold one, but just the idea of it feels that comfortable shows the progression of these devices. Because Nissa was saying earlier in chat, she played for 5 hours on her standard Ally X, and her hands were starting to cramp. I get that. Like 5 hours on my Steam Deck, my hands will too. But it's just neat to me because they're improving them constantly. We were listening to our friends, the Nerd Chat. Shout out to that whole team, because I think I've played with every single one of them in Arc Raiders in the last week, which is dope. But Dan and Bubble Boy were saying that like they had a portal, and it's really comfortable to hold, but the angle at which the screen isn't quite right. So again, that's not a big deal, but it's subtle ergonomics. Subtle ergonomics. The Steam Deck OLED is subtly better, not just in screen quality, but like little things. And it just shows the progression of how good these devices are getting. And when I see like on the horizon, we have the Steam Machine, the next Xbox. You have to imagine we're going to see another variant or version of an Xbox handheld soon. What types of improvements are they going to keep making? Where does Xbox Play Anywhere exist with this competition in the nebula space of like, OEMs and stuff? And then the other part that is, I think, making the industry nervous, which is why we don't have a price on the Steam Machine, or we don't have some news about future, PlayStation and Xbox handhelds. It's that console prices might go up again in price. Again, they might go up because there's a shortage globally of RAM. Thanks to, oddly enough, I think it's OpenAI specifically, but AI companies gobbled up the RAM, attempting to take out one of their opponents by way of manufacturing shortages. But it's wild to me that because of this RAM shortage, we might see consoles go up in price again. And it's like, okay, I really want to be in on this handheld. Or the next one, right? I really want to check out the next Xbox because it's time. And it's just like, oh, another reason, not tariffs, not market conditions. Somebody's gobbling up RAM. It's just like, man, oh man. We had price hikes in May and September, and then there's going to be even more. It's like, I don't know, man. It's wild.
Can I talk? I kind of want to get like a beat on, and this is totally like a question for chat as well too, because I would love to get some honest opinions from people who have an Xbox like console that you use as like your main one. Because for me, like I'm all PC most of the time. Like my Xbox console's up there, but the most use it got in the last week was me watching Elf tonight.
What? Oh man, I'm on my Xbox all the time. Okay,
so that's why I wanted to ask you, because I wanted to pose the question to everyone. If you have an Xbox and that is like your go-to device, I want to know, do you feel like it's getting sluggish? Do you feel like the potential in this thing has been maxed out and you want the next piece of hardware, or do you feel like you're still getting games at quality and fidelity and like FPS that you expect compared to like what other people are talking about with like their PCs and stuff? Do you feel that like that urge to need to upgrade right now?
No. So I'm on a Series X. I have my launch Series X. It's got the Doom wrap on it right now.
Yeah.
The controllers have taken wear and tear, but my console, knock on wood, has been going strong since day one because I was a day one adopter of Series X. I have used that thing for thousands of hours at this point. It does not show signs of being sluggish or slow. In fact, a good comparison is Arc Raiders, right? It's a live service game. Your multiplayer PvPvE. It loads faster on my Series X than it does my Steam Deck, right? Steam Deck OLED, mind you, just for anyone that's checking stats. It does not appear to be showing signs of slowing in any way, shape, or form. I mean, it stands toe to toe, I think, with some of the best hardware I've ever seen. Truly, like I'm not being silly or ironic. Like the Series X to me is a great piece of hardware, just a fantastic piece of hardware.
Yeah.
And it's kind of strange because like that was what 2020 that it came out 2020 I think,
because they had to delay Halo to 2021 and everyone was like, oh yeah, we missed the launch,
man. Yep. But that's a 2020 piece of hardware and it's going on 5 years plus now and it's still doing great. And again, I knock on wood, I don't want to jinx myself, but it is making me wonder, okay, so if we're looking at a next gen and prices are going up again, well, there are currently people enjoying modern gaming on their PlayStation 4s, on their Xbox One S's, One X's. So it is wild to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's wild to me. So this begs the question, like, do you need the next Xbox? What are they going to do to show you that? Like, what are they going to do to demonstrate it? Because for me, like, I'm really interested in a Steam machine because it'll open up my library to do more things, and Steam does great sales. And honestly, the Steam Deck has been such a wonderful experience that it's like,
dude, the sales.
Yep.
So good.
They are, but I also don't know that I like Xbox's direction. Now, to be clear, I love Xbox. I don't love Microsoft gaming. Just to articulate that, I'm not sure I like the company's direction right now. Despite the fact that Game Pass has continued to deliver nonstop and continues to justify its expense. So like that needs to be acknowledged. It continues to be incredible. That's not apologist thinking. That's just the reality. It's incredible. But now it's a matter of, okay, what are we doing for next gen? Do you need a next gen piece of hardware? Because my Xbox is not sluggish right now. It's just not even at all.
So that really is what comes down to it. Like we're talking about like next gen systems. We're talking about handhelds coming down the line. And as someone who like plays from time to time on my Xbox and my PlayStation 5, I still feel like I am getting value out of the hardware at its core level than, when compared to hardware for PCs right now. And I think a lot of that is just like, I like to have a lot of flexibility with my PC. I like to have a lot of opportunity to jump into streaming and have like a nice setup and stuff like that if I want. I have that opportunity to kind of do stuff simultaneously. Like if I'm editing or listening to a podcast or something like that, I like having my other monitor as a way to kind of be like, okay, well, now I can sit here and mindlessly run around in Vampire Survivors if I want to. And I think with the Xbox Series X, it's one of those things where I still feel like there's a lot of ground to run on before we run out of runway. And we have to like take a look and be like, okay, are we ready to jump to the next hardware? So when we start seeing things like RAM prices going up because companies are trying to buy out the RAM for their AI stuff, which, full disclosure, I've been using some AI on Google Chrome to do summary comparisons for deals and products for like Black Friday. And it has been exceptionally helpful. But I absolutely hate the fact that it's costing the industry so much money to dump into it that it's terrible for like the environment. Like we got to figure out how to make this stuff cheaper and more efficient so that we aren't sitting here like drowning in tech debt, in ecological debt for the sake of like making things easier.
It's interesting to see Freight Conductor and Happy Cloud Gamer and a few others talk about how they're going full cloud next gen. But you're also bringing up AI, which, I mean, Gaming Copilot's now in beta, which means on the Xbox app, you make use of it with like real-time help, game tips, that kind of thing, even achievement tracking, and it's opening up to a point where you can just talk to it. AI, I do not enjoy this mindset of all AI is bad AI. That's not a thing. Like, that's just a silly mentality to have. I understand where it was garnered from. I understand why it existed, but that's like getting mad that it's going to rain. It's like, no, you need to wear a jacket. You need to put on a raincoat or put up an umbrella. I don't mind AI being used as a tool. I do not necessarily like the ecological tech debt that comes from it, but I also, that's not a thing that at the consumer level you can truly impact. I'm very interested to watch how these next gen systems make use of that. Steam Machine has to work around anti-cheat stuff. Xbox has got to justify itself for why you're buying its hardware. Is cloud gaming going to be something that it really pushes? Because you can do that on your Xbox One X right now. So what do you mean? What do they mean? They're clearly shifting away from Xbox Game Pass into play anywhere, which is great, right? Like, you on your G Cloud, you're playing anywhere. Our buddy Chipotle Bear was disappointed recently on the Nerd Chat podcast, which everyone should go follow. They're 3 away from 500. Please go subscribe to them. He was upset that the Outer Worlds 1 was not a play anywhere title because he's been trained, and by default now he's just defaulting to say, I bought this on this platform, it's going to be available on that platform, which is exactly where the industry is going. And frankly, as it should be. Cross save, cross progression, cross purchases, all of that should be the thing. So, what do you do with these next hardware? Why do you need to get the next hardware? It's going to have to do with AI integration, for good or bad, and it's got to have something to do with that cloud gaming piece. It's just got to. I'm going to put a link to the Nerd Chat in the. I really want to get them to 500.
I know. I half tempted to go in on the junior bacon cheeseburger deal that they've got going, but I don't think I'm interesting enough to justify jumping in on that. But I'll happily support.
There you go. Go support those guys. Get them to 500.
It's one of those things that I think, like with what Microsoft is doing with Windows, what Xbox is doing with their PC division, I genuinely hope that they can bring the Xbox store experience and other stores to the next hardware. Because I think if you were to look at Xbox and say, like, why would I justify needing to have an Xbox? Mm-hmm. And you sit there and look at the fact that Steam is more willing to open up their OS to different handhelds, mm-hmm. like with their the ROG Allies getting access, I think, to Steam OS. They're going to be able to sell a specific Steam OS Ally. I think it was Ally. It could be Legion who's getting access, but one of them is.
Question. When you say that, are you saying on my ROG Ally or on my Legion or whatever it might be, whichever device it is, that I can use there's like the normal store, but then log into my Steam account, or it's just got to be Steam OS, like a Steam OS version of it?
So there's going to be 2 versions of the handheld, and forgive me for not remembering off the top of my head what make is what manufacturer is making the handheld, but there is specifically a Steam OS version of the hardware, and then there's a regular Windows 11 version of the hardware. So you can buy the Steam version of the other manufacturer's hardware, or you can buy is it the Legion Go? Okay.
Shout out to Fuzzy. I haven't seen Fuzzy in a bit.
No.
Good to see Fuzzy Belvedere. Shout out to
Muffin Mon and General. Yeah. Everyone remembers better than I, or they're better at Google. I don't know. But yeah, Fuzzy confirmed it is the Legion Go S that is going to have the Steam OS on it as if it were a Steam Deck, but with Legion's hardware. And I think I'm looking at the breadcrumb trails, right? I'm looking at the smoke that is happening. Steam is putting out their own console. There's been rumors of Microsoft working to open up their consoles to have another ecosystem, another storefront. Could be Epic, could be Steam. We don't know. The Legion Go S is going to have the opportunity to sell a version of their hardware using Steam OS's store. So I mean, you start kind of pooling all these little things together, and you start to look at like what would the next Xbox be that could do well, and it's going to be something that's a little more closely aligned with Windows 11 in the sense that they are going to be like, hey, you can have your Xbox Store app here, and you can have the Steam OS app here, and you can access both on your console. Now, granted, that's competition for the Steam machine and stuff, but that hasn't stopped Steam with the Legion Go S. So more places to buy product through Steam still makes money for Steam. It makes sense if Microsoft can get Fortnite into Game Pass from Epic and actually have like Epic give Fortnite as an installable through the Xbox app. Like I only had Epic for claiming free games in Fortnite. That was the only reason I had the Epic launcher on my PC. I still have it for the free games, but now I have Fortnite installed through my Xbox app, which is the first time I've ever been able to do that on my PC. And if Microsoft is making these deals to start pulling in other companies' storefronts, or at least exclusives, I think the next console could very well do that. Could very well show you a world that has more than just Xbox, has Steam, has Epic. If they do that, I think that's where Sony's in trouble, because they're still bidding on the exclusive deal.
So that what you're talking about, that's what makes the next Xbox potentially a day one for me. Right now, I'm gun shy because, to go back, my Series X is working great. I don't want to spend $1,500 to upgrade because it's a premium experience or whatever. Like, that's not. Yeah. I just proved to you I could play my favorite game of the year, Arc Raiders, on my Steam Deck. I don't need more power. Yeah. I need it to work, be accessible, and be financially sound. Yeah. Right. And so they have a tough road to sell me on this thing. Because I know what I like, I know what I want, and I've got it already. So why? And Steam Machine faces the same problem, right? It does face the same problem. I mean, but however, they would be making my PC library more accessible to a console-like experience, which is cool. I do want to give a shout out to a couple people that have dropped in the chat. We did mention Fuzzy Belvedere, who I really appreciate. Great to see Nicholas Johnson in here, one of our great patrons as well. I see our buddy Antonio Guillen. Fun fact about Antonio Guillen, he helped me launch XEP. Truly, like behind the scenes, he and Adam Leonard and John Wall and several other people were instrumental in helping me get XEP off the ground in 2019. So thank you to Antonio. It's very good to see you, my friend. And the nerd chat also saying, almost 40 people watching. Everyone, please make sure you go like, subscribe to these two fine gents. Hey, we appreciate it. Anybody that's hanging out, we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Absolutely. So I did want to go back, Logan, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, I detoured hard.
No, it's a good. No, I'm really enjoying this conversation. Gentle Stone pointed out that per Xbox, cloud gaming has seen a 100% increase. Cool. We don't know if they had one user, now they have two. But Play Anywhere only matters if Xbox continues to make consoles. I realized this last week, he says. That's an interesting take, but it also has a bit like, if you buy it on Xbox, what does that mean? It's available where? If you have consoles, it's available on your PC space, on your launcher. That's a good point. Like, if Xbox stops making hardware, what good is Play Anywhere? And that's an interesting approach to it as well. Hi, King Webb. Good to see you.
As someone who looks at Play Anywhere as a screen that has access to Xbox's streaming, whether it's through a browser on my phone, whether it's through a third-party app on my Logitech G Cloud, I don't necessarily need the console. As long as Play Anywhere can stream, that's all that really matters to me. Because if they don't make it, like if I have it on Xbox and it's Play Anywhere, having a console isn't going to impact the value to Play Anywhere, because I'm already on my console. If Play Anywhere has access through my PC, that's a value add. I don't have to have the console. I can just have Xbox Play Anywhere on my Xbox app. Where Play Anywhere is going to really, really start to like key in is when I'm using a Steam Deck. If my Xbox Play Anywhere will carry over there. If I'm playing on my PlayStation, will my Xbox Play Anywhere count on my PlayStation, because right now it doesn't, as far as I know. I still have to buy stuff through their store if I want access to the Microsoft published stuff. What it'll matter is when Xbox starts publishing stuff over onto the Switch 2, inevitably, will that pay homage, or will that honor the Play Anywhere? Because I don't care what the hardware is called, is if I have access to hardware and I have access to Xbox and I have Xbox Play Anywhere content, that's the value add for me. Like, they don't have to make a console for me to still have value for Play Anywhere. In fact, Play Anywhere is the value that is not on my console.
We got a couple comments on this one. I can't read the name. I'm sorry, buddy. Something that cloud services have is the ability to bring your own games. The publisher or storefronts have to opt in, but you can link your accounts and access other games. I have benefited from that tremendously. Just log in with your Xbox account, and then I've got bing. I'm seeing results show up there. Muffinmon saying Play Anywhere is a good future-proofing your library in case they decide to leave the console space as well. Then Clutch Kwando comes in and says Play Anywhere is only as good as a number of platforms that support it. Fuzzy Belvedere following up kind of tangentially saying that both PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch 2 need a browser. Then you have to think cloud gaming is more accessible because of that. So I love that what this is doing is forcing multiple people in the gaming space to evaluate where they make their content available and how much they make it available for. Because to go back to our whole thing about RAM shortages, like, people cannot buy a Steam machine at $2,000 and be happy with that purchase for a long time, because it's underpowered by its nature, right? It's more powerful than most PCs on the market, but it's behind in modern trends, because I am not a build your PC type person, and I'm not the type to be interested in that. But Xbox, in a console traditional sense, you got to build something that's going to last 10 years. You got to make it affordable for people to buy. And they've not cared about that in the last year, since Microsoft Gaming has kind of pushed, and they've had to, be profitable, not take losses on hardware. So it's almost de-incentivizing people to use their marketplace. And that's a very strange kind of juxtaposition as well, because you have to make these things available to people. They have to be able to buy into them. And if they're priced out of it immediately, they're going to go to something alternative like a Switch 2, which is cheaper, like the Xbox One SX, which is still being used, like the Xbox Series SX, like the PlayStation 4 and 5, instead of upgrading. They're just going to keep playing, and they're not going to upgrade. So, like, what incentivizes? I think Play Anywhere and cloud is a big thing, but it is going to price out a lot of people.
I think, yeah. And unfortunately, that is just the economics of our society at this point. There's not really a whole lot that's going to change until you get people who are willing to work in spaces that can directly impact that kind of influence, who can bring stuff to the people that make those kind of rules to help kind of influence, like, how are people living? Are people earning enough to justify being able to have these kind of expenses? Because otherwise, then you start looking at like secondhand products. You start looking on like Facebook Marketplace to see, like, can I get a PS Portal for cheaper than the Black Friday deal? Can I sell my old console to get some money back? Like, I mean, if you were to try and sell an Xbox Series X right now outside of sales, you could probably earn more than what you paid for it if you bought it when it first came out. And if you just take that into account and bank your money and use something else at the time, then just, start saving up towards that next console and see what it gives. I think the real kicker for the next console for Xbox is that they have to show that not only are they willing to expand their ecosystems to other areas in the industry, but they also still have to keep a lot of the legacy that is kind of intrinsic to Microsoft at this point. Like, everyone expects backwards compatibility to continue forward, as the x86 architecture is still the same as it was when it first launched. So, like, you have to respect that. You have to make it more accessible. The Steam machine is amazing because it's proving that you can take x86 logic games and run them all through Proton on Linux-based hardware, which is something that's never been done as far as I know. So the fact that Steam has figured out how to circumnavigate the design language of a lot of the games that are currently being built is something that is potentially going to impact the industry positively. So will the next Xbox work with Steam to try and add some of that value, some of that Proton based value to their next handheld? Maybe I think would be a great way to kind of take a look and say like, hey, you know, we're going to figure out how to make this stuff run better for cheaper requirements as far as like the power efficiency and stuff. And we'll have to see how much AI really impacts it, because I think they're trying to work around just the raw actual hardware development costs that they're trying to like pay for the next hardware, and use AI where you can to make up for the gap. Like most GPUs now are all like, you know, FPS boost and you know, like resolution boost and stuff like that through AI. Frames, you know, frame generation is massive. Like gone are the days where GPUs actually did the rendering of actual frames, and now they're just rendering fake frames to fill in the gaps. And that's, you know, that's how the future, I think, for consoles is going to go as well too, if you look at the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And you know, I know less about computers than anyone in the world, but I know the Proton updates that Steam has been working on have allowed more games to be accessible on Steam Deck, because they're talking and speaking different languages, which is crazy cool. And I do want to point out that Xbox is promptly supporting Play Anywhere in its endeavors to kind of strengthen its hold on that, because they have 1,000 games plus supported right now, which is crazy. There's multiple enhancements rolling out to their handheld and to Windows 11 PCs, which are giving a better full screen experience. Not perfect, but better. And the cloud gaming regions have been expanded to include more Fire TVs, as well as India, which is a massive market in and of itself. There's a lot of really good and a lot of very questionable reasons to be skeptical, right? And I am not the guy that needs to see the extra blade of grass on a machine to warrant purchasing it. I know our friend Bacon is. Like Bacon in the chat right now, like Bacon, he loves being on the cutting edge of tech, right? I don't need to be on the cutting edge. I need to be able to play the games that I want and enjoy. But I'm also not the guy that enjoys building and breaking things down and thinking about that stuff. But you know, Bacon himself is even saying he's playing Fortnite streaming on an ROG Ally while listening to the podcast, and it's running flawlessly. That's the thing, is that we're at a point now where it's just things just work, and that's what we want. I will say, have you noticed in the last month, maybe it's just my services, various cloud system infrastructures have gone down, AWS, Azure, they've come under multiple attacks, and it just shuts everything down. Just shuts everything down. And like, what does that mean for gaming? You can't plug in your Sega Genesis cartridge into your Sega Genesis and the internet interrupts it. Nope, it just works theoretically. So like, there is that in between element, and I just like that there's a competition between them.
Well, a lot of so that's the fun thing about like game ownership, right? Like we can stream content that we've purchased digitally, but if you buy a game physically, can you stream that game if you load that game into your Xbox? Like, and you can't even buy physical Xbox games for PC right now. Like that's just not even
that's not even a thing. Yeah,
it's not even a thing that people think about. So again, and maybe this is one of those touch points for doing 300 episodes, but it kind of goes back to that idea of ownership and legislation, and how we need better legislation for consumers to truly own the digital content that you've paid for, not beholden to the whims of companies who decide yay or nay. Like, and it kind of ties into the, you know, Play Anywhere is only as good as the number of supported devices. It's like, yep, you bought it. They said it would play anywhere. What does Play Anywhere actually mean? And how much access do you have to that for however long of these these play anywhere digital purchases, and if we don't have stronger laws in place to ensure that consumers are protected from companies just like poofing your game library out of existence because they decided we're done with play anywhere, then you don't want to sit there. You don't want to see the next Xbox video where Phil Spencer's just like, you don't want to have that in an interview.
I think Phil would be one of the few people that have been in front of an Xbox camera in the last 10 years that would be genuinely devastated. I think he genuinely cares. Whereas some, I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Which is a bummer. For the record, for everybody listening, for episode 300, we did ask to get Phil.
And then we declined.
No. We declined. Yeah, right. We declined it. Yeah, right. Yeah. That wasn't right.
He said he was only available for Saturday. We told him thanks, but no thanks. We're going to have to do it on Sunday.
Right. Yeah, right. No, in truth, Xbox politely declined to send anybody, but they did offer congratulations and kindness. So there was that.
They sent you hate Crocs.
No, Crocs sent me hate Crocs, but I gotta be honest, I really do like them. I can't believe I like them. I really can't believe I like
can't
them.
Either.
I truly hate Crocs. Even my Batman ones, I'm like, ugh. I do like those.
I still have my Falcon ones, my Captain America Falcon ones somewhere.
They're comfortable.
I'm pretty sure they're still somewhere. I think they're in the top shelf of my closet where they belong. And if I could put like some sort of thing to shame them every once in a while for existing, I probably would, but I'm too lazy.
Oh man. Let's see here. I want to scan through some of our, as we start to wrap up this portion of the show, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything about RAM or Play Anywhere. I don't think so. Okay. Logan. Oh, hey, shout out to Addy Zero. Salute.
Hey.
He is 20 member for 15 months. Thank you for being a member of the show. We appreciate you sincerely. Thank you to all of you who are watching, supporting. If you click like, subscribe, that would be most appreciated. We are going to read off our patrons real quick and then talk about some of the Black Friday deals we saw, some of the games we may or may not have picked up, and what this is doing for our hardware in front. All right. Let me pull this up. I want to give a shout out to everybody that is subscribed to XEP over on patreon.com/Xbox Expansion Pass. As I read the tier 2 and 3 members, we are giving Sorry, did that last week too. We are giving shout outs to Matto1606, Matt Valdez, Clutch Quan Do, Omen, Jesse Prius, Fatto, Aaron G, Nick Bentley, The Scarecrow, Ken Rosing, Fabian Winkler, Registella the Brony Pirate, Rob Frawley II, Tao Zochi, Jimmy, Glyphere, Nicholas Johnson, Randall Thor 19, Hafrican, Game Positive, Jam Pack Sam, Red Beast, and his kids, Dano 12, DJ Hero, Brendan Myers, aka The Winter Gamer, the Lord Sir Master James Suddy, and Sony's VP of Marketing, Kevin Butler. Thank you guys for support. Again, I did it again and did it again. I gotta change that icon. Sorry, guys. I feel like I just blew everybody's ears out. I'm so sorry. We appreciate you guys supporting XEP. Thank you guys. Oh man. Logan. Game Pass. It's been pretty good this year. It's been really good this year.
Yeah.
It comes out with another heavy hitter this week. I call it a heavy hitter. I think it's actually a pretty cool, like the heaviest of the small heavy hitters. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, the 2D beat 'em up with multiple Marvel characters coming from the developers that made Shredder's Revenge. That's dropping into Game Pass on December 1st. I think that's wild and awesome. I mean, that's tomorrow. Yeah. I have been playing the game. I can't talk about the game. I won't say anything about the game. All I will say is that it's really cool to see Game Pass starting December off with a well-known franchise and a respected set of developers with Dotemu and Tribute. And it's really just neat to see that, like, in a year where Expedition 33, Avowed, Doom, Grounded 2 all show up, boom, you're ending up on it with a good one coming in as well.
I thought you were going to talk about Kill It With Fire too, but Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Looking forward to actually checking that one out because it genuinely it genuinely excites me to have a game that feels like the old school Xbox, or not Xbox, X-Men game, arcade game, kind of come in and actually like being able to jump into that. So looking forward to seeing how that actually lands. Because dude, they've added pretty much like all my favorite characters.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, I can't talk about the game specifically, so I won't. But they really did get a big group in there, and I just think it's neat to see that you're ending the year again. I'm gonna say it again. Doom, Avowed, Ninja Gaiden, Outer Worlds 2, Wu Chang, Atomfall, Octopath Traveler, all going into Game Pass this year. But also, you have smaller titles like Cosmic Invasion launching, and then you had Expedition 33 launching in there. It's like that's just so cool. And then X Bacon Gaming says Fortnite Crew is the heavy hitters. Yeah, for them to get Fortnite Crew into Game Pass, also really cool. Side note, I need someone to explain to me how I just transfer my Fortnite Crew purchased into Xbox. There's got to be a way to do that simply without losing anything. Somebody please tell me. This hour says Game Pass Ultimate 12 months is $210 on CD keys. I do think that's still too expensive, even though I get the value and I'm here touting it. Kind of wild to me, but so it goes. Gentle Stone says I missed Keeper and South of Midnight. Absolutely. There's a lot that I missed. I'm just saying the Game Pass has delivered this year despite the price hikes. That's really what I'm getting at. And they're ending the year strong is what I'm saying.
I think this is definitely one of the best years. It's definitely a lot better than that Redfall Starfield year that we had. Like there's still some good stuff, but dude, Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom Eternal, Keeper.
Not Eternal, Dark Ages.
Or Dark Ages, sorry. I don't know, Eternal always seems like the one that's supposed to be the last one, but that's not it. We also had Grounded 2, we had Outer Worlds 2. It's Call of Duty. The list goes on for this year. And to be honest, it's one of those things where I'm still good till I think like August or September for Game Pass Ultimate. Before I have to decide on how I'm going to pull that trigger. But it was really nice to log into Fortnite and go and claim like 4 passes worth of stuff, whether I liked it or not. Like that was a lot of content that I got because of Fortnite Crew and Game Pass Ultimate. On top of the 1,000 V-Bucks, which to be perfectly honest, I definitely spent over the last couple of weeks just with the K-pop Demon Slayer stuff that came out. There was the repo stuff. There's been a lot of really cool IP that has been coming to Fortnite. And dude, as someone who loves Ready Player One, they just launched Chapter 7, and the ending to Chapter 6 was so Ready Player One. That anyone trying to claim that is not a thing really just needs to stop and actually go take a look at what Fortnite's doing, because they destroyed the battle bus, so now you surf into the arena, which is crazy. But yeah, the value has been there for 2025. 2026, I think if we still get Fable and all the games that they've been showing us for a while, I think they've got a pretty good lineup for next year as well too, which is going to help ease that kind of cost increase that we really don't need right now. Just in general. So I hate that they raised it, but yeah.
Well, and ICANN pointing out Ball Pit was another big one for this year. You're absolutely right. ICANN also saying there's a catch. That's the catch 22 with Game Pass, is that it's too expensive right now, even for the value. It's too expensive. Price hikes are imminent. Even again, you have to be on certain devices to use it, of course. But then they keep dropping in good reasons to keep it, and then you're kind of getting this weird stuck phase. Now I'm canceled right now, currently, from Game Pass. I think I have it through 2026, November 2026. I think is when my subscription runs out, somewhere in there. And I'm on the fence because I see these great deals that people are putting in. Windows Central put up a good, affordable reason or way to get Game Pass. And it's like, do I want to keep supporting this because I don't like the direction the company is going right now? Or do I want to vote with my wallet and say no? The counterpoint is my wallet is still being very well supported by the incredible amount of games that are dropping into Game Pass routinely and regularly. And next year alone, I believe Forza Horizon 6, is it 6? Is dropping in the first half of the year. I want to say quarter 2, last I heard. There's your inside baseball, Logan. Quarter 2 is Forza Horizon 6. And then you have Fable next year.
Yep.
Maybe I have that backwards. I need to look up. Or go check that DM.
We got the I think they just announced
Gears.
Yeah, we got Gears.
Forza Fable Gears is next year.
Yeah.
There's one more.
We got well, I think the Bond game, isn't the Bond game New Light coming to Game Pass as well?
First Light? Yeah, but that's not first party. I'm sorry. I was thinking first party.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just thinking like stuff that I'm like looking at like, oh, this is a good value add.
Halo, that's the other one. Yeah, that was the obvious one. Thank you, Muffin Mon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Halo's.
I forgot that's a thing they're doing.
Engine. I'm excited for that thing they're doing. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it because it opens up the Halo universe to be more easily accessible to more developers. Because as much as I appreciate the Blame engine and the Slipstream engine, engine, whatever it was,
Slipspace.
Yeah, whatever. Now it's on Unreal, and more people know how to code for that. And I love Halo. I want more Halo. I wish people loved Halo the way I love Halo, and this is now opening the door. Yeah. I'm okay with it going on to PlayStation. I really am. I really wish that PlayStation would send more of their stuff over to their side, but I am playing Silent Hill 2, and that was previously exclusive, so one never knows. I'm sorry, I just got totally thrown off. Break Conductor. Think of the poor people whose only Halo knowledge comes from the TV show. Can you imagine if that's what you think Halo is? Oh, that hurts me just to see. I got so derailed by that. That just got me. But yeah, my big point is there's so much good in Game Pass that these price hikes really just feel like a shot in the foot every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. It's something they could have avoided, but it's also on at this point, like if they start adding more and more stuff, because obviously, like the Rocket League and Fortnite stuff is a good value add because of how popular it is. It's not the World of Warcraft or the Call of Duty campaigns that I wanted, but like maybe in the next 6 months to 9 months, they'll kind of like start working on that as well too. A lot of it's going to come down to what they bring in that's outside of Xbox as well too, because as much as I love having the Xbox content in there, that's all stuff that I would expect to go down in price at some point as well too. Like they have sales and stuff like that, and I got to start thinking like, okay, well, if I'm not going to play it day one, because flipping, and I should have freaking known about this Ubisoft on this one. Because they got me. I bought Star Wars Outlaws a while ago when I think it was like $30, down to 15 this Black Friday, and I kicked myself for still not booting that game up and actually jumping in.
Fault.
That's it's my fault. I know it's my fault, but fuck, Ubisoft got me again. Almost let it slip.
You did.
they freaking got me, man. And it's one of those things. It's like if I'm not going to play it right away, then I should really consider holding off, waiting for a sale, because it goes back to what I said, like probably about a month or two ago when we were talking about these price hikes.
Real quick, shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer 1 a.m. Cheers, my friend. Thank you for joining
1 a.m.
Yeah, he's watching 1 a.m. where he is. Thank you, my friend.
Go to sleep. You got work tomorrow.
I interrupted you, Logan. I apologize.
No, you're good. But it comes back to that idea of like buying with intent. Like if I'm going to buy it, I should intend to play it. And if I'm going to intend to play it, then I should wait to get it until I can actually get it at a deal that's actually close to when I intend to actually play it. Because otherwise I'm wasting money by not capitalizing on a better deal in the future by holding on to it and not playing it, That's
the nature of a lot of modern games business practices, though, is that building on FOMO, right? And we're seeing some steps from a lot of live service games to actually push back against that, having their battle passes available indefinitely and making themselves available on more platforms and such. But that FOMO element has been proven time and again that if you can wait Logan, for
It's
even a
hard.
month after launch of a game, you're going to be able to get it on sale for at least 20% off, probably more.
Yeah.
Almost ritualistically, particularly with Ubisoft games, but
Yeah.
almost ritualistically, that's the case, right? I mean, that says something. That means something. That
Mhm.
if the current model is get you right away with early access deluxe editions, get you right away at full price. But if you can wait, you're going to get all that digital content and some patch improvements if you can just wait a month. And what it is will depend, because the next Arkham game, whatever it might be, shout out to Fuzzy Belvedere, by the way, who got a MetaQuest 3 and played Arkham Shadow. Love that.
Nice.
The next Batman game, it doesn't matter that it's going to be patched and fixed a month after launch, whatever it might be. I'm buying it day one because that's what I want to support and that's what I want to be there for, no matter what. I'm going to be in my seat to play that experience, right? That's just the nature of some of these games. But proof is in the pudding. If you can wait, your wallet will feel better. Your time will feel better because you don't have time to play all these things. That's why they do these massive sales, because you'll buy more than you're going to play.
Yeah.
And then it just adds to your backlog. But to say nothing else, like I added a number of things to my Steam library over the weekend because I was on my Steam Deck and it was there and it was cheap. And it's like, well, I want to own this in case I get a Steam machine and it's cheap. But I also added some stuff to my Xbox library because I wanted to support Silent Hill 2 showing up on Xbox. I wanted to, I don't know what the other ones are. I bought at least two others, which is crazy. And hey, I can is saying they're going to get Sonic Frontiers and Lego Drive. I love Sonic Frontiers. Play that game. It's a blast. And I'm going to say it again. I think I've said it every episode since it came out. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, Logan, one of my favorite games of the year. That's on my game of the year list.
Yeah, that's
absolutely one of my favorite games this year. So
I feel like Arc Raiders is going to beat it though.
So you're probably right. I think like we don't do game of the year kind of thing anymore. We just found it wasn't doing what it wasn't us, I guess you would say. We just love games. Sometimes we fell in love with a game that wasn't even this year. It's just not our thing.
I think we swam so heavy in the 7s that everyone that was like playing the 8s and 9s were like, this was the game of the year. And I'm like, I kind of like that AA game over there, you know?
Yeah.
It was a little fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I nailed it. I can't see is how to pronounce it. I can't see. Oh, I totally see it now. That's funny. Because I literally said I can't do that. I get it. I'm old.
I see it now.
I turned 40 last week.
Irony. The irony of the name being I can't see.
Did we acknowledge that? I turned 40 last week?
I'm
old now. I don't know.
It's a really good question.
But
welcome to the 40 Club, though. You'll get your AARP membership in the mail and your little jacket that you won't remember in 10 years.
Yeah, you're probably right. I can't see. I never really played 2K Drive, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm Sonic Racing Cross Worlds all day was my jam. Where were we in this CDK sale fail? We lost it. I lost it.
Oh, we don't really do the game of the years. Yeah.
Right. My favorite games of the year, like Arc Raiders, Sonic Racing, Avowed, Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably the best game I played this year. But I also know that like Ghost of Yotei came out. I never even touched it. Don't have an interest in it. I don't want to disrespect that game. Like,
so good. I need to go back to it.
I don't want to disrespect that in the slightest, right? Yeah. Like, very rarely will I root against a game. Suicide Squad, I rooted against that game. Like, very rarely will I actively root against anything. So, my game of the year is probably Arc Raiders, right? Mm-hmm. Which I don't think should be controversial or a big deal. But, like, are you looking for, like, some indie game or a Kojima thing? And it's like, I just don't have the interest. I saw Jeff is tweeting out like fancy cryptic messages trying to get people excited about the new Diablo. Good for them. Cool.
Well, it's not confirmed it's Diablo, but I'm pretty sure it's Diablo. Looking at that, I've seen enough Diablo. I've seen a Diablo once or twice in my life, and looking at that thing that he posted, which by the way, if anyone's ever curious, if you got like a wild hair that you want to go check it out, Jeff tweeted 3 words separated by dots and an image. And if you guys aren't familiar with what 3, I think is the website, but it's a website that's geographical locations based on word combinations, and every 3 words is a different location in the world. So somewhere out in the Joshua Tree Desert Preserve in California, they got this statue thing that looks like a giant eye with a bunch of like insect legs coming out of it, and around it is all these like skeletons and demons and armor and bears and snakes and stuff like that. It's Diablo. Like, no, everyone's talking about it being Oblivion. Everyone's talking about it being this and that, and I'm like, nah, it's not God of War. It's not the World Serpent. It's Diablo. So they haven't confirmed it, but I'm guaranteeing there's going to be a Diablo 4 expansion announcement at the Game Awards, probably sometime in either June or September.
Do you want it to be Diablo?
I do. I actually really loved Vessels of Hatred. I think that expansion was like one of the best Diablo expansions I've played in a long time, next to Reapers, and that's one of those things. I'm waiting for more story to go back into Diablo, because the gameplay loop for Diablo is solid. It's just not something I want to grind out every season. And the way that they've changed their season pass system sucks. Flat out sucks. I hate it. It's really dumb. So I'm just waiting for them to bring out more story, because I like the Lilith and story with Baal, and like what they're going with the Nephilim and stuff. I think it's really cool. But that's one of those things, like, that's going to be a big announcement for Game Awards. So it'll be interesting to see like what they do and what happens with Mephisto.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff sounds awesome. Matto 1606 took us through a lot of Diablo and helped get me through. I did a lot of Diablo when that came out, but I have not gone back since. That was last summer, not this summer, I don't think.
I have a heart, like, every season they bring out cool stuff, and I mean, it's just like every other game that we play that's like a live service game. It's like, how many are you going to keep up in? I'm sitting in jumping rooms in Fortnite to get my levels up so I can get my battle pass done. I'm not playing the game. I'm sitting AFK in a cheat room to flip and get my XP rank up, because I'm too invested in Sea of Thieves, or I'm too invested in Arc Raiders, or I'm too invested in other games, and that's like, that's I think everyone's problem. Why haven't I jumped back into Ghost of Yotei? Probably because of games as a service.
It is it's one of those things, like, you pick where you spend your time, but sometimes the game keeps you there,
Yep.
I will say, because we're getting people answering the question about, I put a question in there. Side note, we're 1 like away from 30. Someone help me out. We have, what's everyone's game of the year? Muffamon says Expedition 33 is his game of the year for sure. Same with X Bacon Gaming, says Expedition 33, with Ball Pit being a second, which is kind of cool, all things considered. I think Fuzzy was saying that Pillars of Eternity 2's 1.0 release is his game of the year. Very cool. Nissa had Winterboro, Keeper, and South of Midnight up there in game of the year. Clutch said Expedition 33 with Arc Raiders being a close second. Those are great games. That's the coolest part. Is like, those are all really cool games. Fuzzy says Division 2, Diablo, and Forza Horizon 5. Now that's not even this year, and he's having a good time.
Yeah, dude, where's Battlefield 6 at?
That's wild to me too, because Battlefield 6 is fantastic. COD Black Ops 7, that game is struggling. That game is struggling. And there's a lot of internal frustration at Microsoft for that one. I will tell you that. But that game's struggling, and Battlefield has a lot to do with it, but no one in our circles is really talking about it much. That I see, at least on my socials and in my DMs and stuff. Nobody's messaging me about Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
I was naive to think that other games were going to beat out Battlefield 6 in October for sales. And I don't know,
did we bet on that one?
Count? No, we never betted on it, but it was one of those, because I don't like betting, but it was one of those things that it was like, I didn't think it was going to be that big. It turned out to be really big, but then like, now that Arc Raiders is out, which I absolutely knew like Arc Raiders was going to smash. And looking at that now, I think that like it's captured more of the zeitgeist, and I think streamers have helped out a lot with that too as well. Like you have more personal experiences with that game than you do in like Battlefield 6, which I think is like some of the really really like catchy stuff, the trendy stuff that you can see. And I think a lot of it has to do with like the in-game voice and just the community aspect of it, that zeitgeist aspect of it, kind of like what Helldivers 2 had when it first came out.
Helldivers 2 shot themselves in the foot. They made a lot of the standard studio interference frustrations, which is a bummer. But man, they had a great Xbox launch. Can I give a quick shout out? Antonio Guillen says Battlefield 6 is the best money he spent in 3 years. I love seeing that. I know my buddy Kevin feels the same way. I love Battlefield 6. That was really good, but Arc Raiders took it for me and never gave me back. And Fuzzy is saying that Arc Raiders stole Battlefield 6's spotlight. And then I think Freight Conductor's kind of agreeing with that one. I will tell you, Logan, I did not have Arc Raiders on my bingo card in the slightest. In fact, my eyes have been on Exoborn for an extraction shooter, and I'm still waiting for that one because that's a mech suit. We played at SGF. You grapple hook mech suit in the air, flying, land, it looks so good. But Arc Raiders just yanked me. And like my favorite moments have actually been helping our friends because I've done everything you can do. Killed the queen, gone to Stella Mortis, done the things. I'm waiting on expedition. Like I've already finished my expedition project so I can prestige. People have been like, "Hey, Luke, you want to play with us?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I'll go. They're like, "I need to do this." I'm like, "Let's go here, here, and here, and get you this, this, and this." I've been enjoying that. Yeah, like that's been fun for me just to help out Dan and Chance, and that's fun.
A-Chick and I have been playing. We've got a friend of ours, Witch, who's been chirping us around because I was having such a hard time with playing in trios and duos and stuff that I finally went and did some solo, and
solo's great.
I didn't know that there was like different versions of like the dam, like during certain times they have like bonuses and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I went in there and I was like, okay, I need lemons and I need apricots. And I come out of there with 15 apricots. And I'm like, I'm sold. I am good. I never have to worry about apricots ever again. And then I was like, I was all set and ready to go, and I had such a good time. And I leave, and I'm sitting there like holding all of this freaking fruit, and I'm walking into the extraction elevator, and there's like a pair of dudes come up, and they're like, "So you got to be really careful based on people's like body language and what they're doing. You can kind of tell whether or not they're going to attack you." And I'm sitting here like, hi. And they're like, "Can you talk?" And I'm like, "What the hell is my button?" And I'm sitting here pressing all my buttons, trying to get the voice chat going and stuff like that. Finally, they're like, "Okay, well, he doesn't have his guns out, so I guess he's okay." And then 4 other people show up because they heard the elevator. No one fires a bullet. Everyone's just looking around being like, "Did you get good loot?" It's like, "Yeah, I got good loot." And I'm sitting here like, what is my freaking button? I tell them I got apricots if they need them because I got too many.
That's the thing, man.
It's such a weird anecdotal story thing, man.
But I'm telling you, like that, there's so much of that. It's the special moments that existed in Sea of Thieves long ago for me, where it's like, "Are you guys friendly? We're gonna fight. Do you need loot? Do you need this? Do you need wood? What do you need?" Now, truly, almost like my PvP moments are from people being jerks to me. Almost never do I fire first, and most of them I talk my way out of it. Not all of them. I would say 75% of my interactions are positive. Whether I'm solos on Stella Mortis, which is the PvP area, whether I'm in 3s, whether I'm in 2s. Like we took down I was in solos. We took down a queen, which is like the big bad of the game right now. We had 10 different people all working to the same goal. None of us were on the teams together.
Yeah.
Cool. Like everybody just being good to each other. Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. And somebody can always mess it up. I've done the betrayal thing once, and that's terrible. Wish I hadn't.
But that's the kind of thing that I liked about when I dabbled in Fallout 76, which fantastic community there. But that's the same thing. Like they took out the PvP as like a option. You have to opt into it, and then other people have to opt into it as well too. If you want to have the PvP, you can't just like get killed randomly. But ever since they did that pacifist change, dude, the community was just like they're so kind to each other. They're running up. You got like people in their level 300s going to the main vault where they see like a level 1, and they'll just drop like great loot, tons of like syringes and like rad X's and stuff, and you're just like, they just drop it and they wave and then they peace out and they go back to their events and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, those are the kind of communities that it's like, that's when you get done with your workday, you want to have that kind of an experience. And too often it gets robbed from you.
I'm telling you, man, Arc Raiders has nailed it's your dad's extraction shooter. You got work the next day. You're tired. You got an hour. You're going to enjoy yourself because you don't have to live in that world. You don't have to, do something crazy to get good loot. People are going to be nice to you. You might have some PvP. You might have some people being jerks. Fine. No worries. But like, it's not one that you need. It's not like, with respect, it's not Destiny. Destiny, you had to live the life of Destiny to do the best stuff. No, Arc Raiders, man, you don't need that. Like, you don't need that. They've found a nice balance, and I hope more games do this, because as I get older and I have responsibilities, I'm doing, some of my days now are 10 to 12 hours, and I'm a teacher, right? Like 10 to 12 hours of doing work to help other teachers get better, plus my own school. And I'm tired when I get home. I just want to play, and like, this is a game that lets me do that without, okay, I got to do this hour-long raid or this thing. It's like, nope. This is a great one for parents to get some good time in. So
yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna say that we are grateful for everybody that's been here tonight. We had over 48 people at one point. We were so close to 50 concurrents at one point. We had an incredible super chat from Freight Conductor, as well as King David showing up and dropping some love as well, which was amazing. And we're almost to 30 likes. Are we almost to 30? Yeah, we got to 30, which is also fantastic. Logan, 300 episodes, man. Congrats to us and to you.
Oh, and to round it out too, Clutch Kwando coming in with
snap
$50 as well. Happy 300. I think that officially takes care of you getting a second monitor. I
have a second monitor. It's in the box right there. I just haven't put it up yet. This is like, this is paying for StreamYard and that kind of stuff. Oh man, thank you so much, Clutch. Thank you so much, Clutch. I appreciate you, man.
Oh god, I didn't know that. That's great.
Yep. Thank you so much, man. Sincerely. Thank you.
Oh man. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. Again, I genuinely love the fact that just over the years that we started out, we started getting Xbox to help get us access to games to be able to do reviews on, so that we could help try and inform our consumers, like our listeners and stuff, and the people that hang out with us, what we think of the games that are coming out, whether you should spend time in them or not. It moved into picking up other games and other companies out of third-party studios and stuff, to leading into really good interviews that then helped us out with getting other interviews. We've moved into getting connections with different partners to start testing out hardware, so that if people are trying to play games and they want to know what's really good, we've been putting a lot of hours into a lot of the hardware tests and stuff, whether it's audio or controllers, stuff like that. It's been fantastic to have the opportunity, especially this year, to be able to go to SGF, to be able to get like hands-on with games and get experiences, and actually start coming back with some of the titles and stuff that maybe people aren't seeing the marketing for, that we can show light to, or just kind of speak to our experience with some of the big games that are going to be coming out, that are absolutely going to be worth people's time, because we have kind of shown what our favorite stuff is, and people that like that sort of stuff, or like appreciating hearing thoughts and feelings on that kind of stuff, have kind of gravitated to like what we like. But also still being able to showcase stuff that other people like as well too, that we don't always get an opportunity to jump into. So it's been really fantastic to just have everyone kind of go in and support us and continue to watch each episode and keep up to date with what's going on in the world of like Xbox and gaming in general, with us as kind of the voices to help keep them company throughout their day. And it's really awesome that you guys have come in to kind of spend time with us for that.
Big time. Couldn't have said it better, man. You nailed it. Sunday nights isn't our normal recording time. We had so many people show up and just show us love tonight.
Yeah.
maybe we should do Sundays more often, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't even have to eat any Bean Boozled this time. It's great.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I don't know. I'm just very grateful for this community, for the opportunities that XEP has given me to meet great people, to talk to great people. Obviously, meeting you in person was really fantastic. You and I connected through games, and some of my best friends are just through games now, which is crazy. But in general, it's like the show started solo out of a moment of hurt, and now we're just celebrating and enjoying, and that's really cool. That's really cool. So, yeah, man. Well, cheers to more episodes, to enjoying doing it, enjoying the process of it. Who knows where we'll be, but thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Logan, do you have anything you want to point people to?
I personally am just working on Keelhauled. No games coming up as far as reviews. I actually really need to kind of sit down and take a look and see what some of the launches are for titles coming up in the next couple months, so we can start reaching out to people about those reviews. Because that's something that, for all intents and purposes, I have been taking it easy on reviews. The Outer Worlds 2 was still.
You needed to. You traveled across the country and moved your life. Yeah.
So, but whatever. Yeah, outside of that, just Keelhauled. I think I'm recording after this episode 395. I'm pretty sure it's 395 tonight, and then I've got 5 more episodes before 400 for that one. So that's kind of what I'm working on.
Very cool.
What about you?
No, man. Another week of schoolwork starts back. We had a nice break for the holiday, but I'll be back at doing that, and then back in teaching for the week, playing some Arc Raiders. Looking forward to playing Cosmic Invasion out in the wild, and I don't know, man, just trying to enjoy because we stay busy, and you and I had a busy few months separately for separate reasons post SGF, and I'm looking forward to catching my breath. So yeah, it'll be a nice relaxing. I know like the holidays are always very busy for folks, so I would not be surprised if because I know I'm going to be available at least for the next couple weeks. But then like Christmas, this week. Jesse from Xbox Era is going to be with me next week.
Yeah, so this week I'm going out to GalaxyCon. I can't remember which. I think it's GalaxyCon. I'm going to go meet Simon Pegg. That's all I care about. I want to go meet Simon Pegg because he's a giant nerd. I've been watching his career since Spaced. So that's all I'm having. I've got an autograph session set up for him with a photo and stuff like that. So I will bring back news about GalaxyCon, but that's next weekend.
That's cool.
Looking forward to that. Yeah, A-Chick and I are going to go spend the weekend doing that. So that's why I'm not going to be here next weekend, but I'm glad that we got to record 300 this week.
Agreed. So, yep, I'm looking forward to hearing how you enjoy meeting Scotty from Star Trek, which is dope. Yep. Right. Excited for Jesse to be here with us next week. And it should be a good time. So, all right. That is going to be it for us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, for supporting us, all the wonderful things. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Take care.